Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at Draitron Gren Maju. Now, if you're wondering what the synergy is, Draitrons are kind of designed to OTK, Gren Maju OTKs. So, quick synergy. And on top of that, Gren Maju doesn't actually breach the summoning stuff for Draitrons that badly, unlike other OTK decks. Unless If you don't know, the Draitrons do lock you out of special summoning monsters that can be normal or summoned or set. So you can pretty much just Gren Majus just use their normal summon really, and the other summons might be Gizmegarochi or Eater of Millions, but I didn't find a way to fit Gizmegarochi in this deck. So we're gonna be going second against Cyber Dragons, and of course he opens Galaxy Soldier plus Herds, which is an instant Cyber Dragon Infinity. He has Cyber Dragon Repair Plant, which can help him search any light machine he wants. He has VR, which is a free extender. Can you ask for a better hand in Cyber Dragon? I'm not sure. So he's just gonna get the search for core, and pretty much he's gonna be popping off. He gets to search for multiple stuff. He gets to summon. He gets to search Rev System, summon, Seeger, Nova into just revive another VR, and go into Infinity Pass. Now it's my turn. Let's see how we can do with this. We have 2 Eater of Millions, which is decent, I'd say. So we're gonna go for 1 Eater. We're gonna activate Draitron Nova. Hopefully we're able to bait out the Infinity Negate, but if I'm not able to, I'll just resort to other plans. So we're just going to get a couple of searches. We're going to get a couple of summons. We're going to go ahead, just search more stuff. Until now, I haven't been able to bait the Infinity Negate. I think he's just saving it for the Eater Millions. So we're going to get a second Eater. Now, I do not want to lose resources from this Draitron, Meteor and this Draitron, because that will probably just get negated anyways. So he's going to activate Sieger, because why not? And then I get to banish it, but he just changed Infinity. So I just get to banish his next thing. I go into main phase 2. I activate Meteor and this Draitron, and we go into the ritual, and we just recover the ritual spell. He's playing Raigeki. I think all of you can predict how this is going to go down. Who plays Raigeki in 2020? I would still like to know. So before the Raigeki resolves, I just go ahead and use the Draitron's Trident effect, which just lets me pop some stuff. So now we're just back to square one again. He's just gonna attack with his VRs. He should have done this earlier, going into his Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon for some reason. He didn't just do that earlier. I mean, it's not like he could have OTK'd me either way. I still would have taken a large chunk of damage, but I still would have survived. And now he's going to feel the wrath of the Gren Maju when you top deck Gren Maju with Desires. I just love it when that happens. So we're going to get the it seems that we banished our second copy of the ritual spell, but that doesn't matter. We're going to activate Monster Reborn, which will help us recover one of our rituals. And then we can go summon Gren Maju, and he will feel the wrath of the Gren Maju player. So that was our first duel. I mean, he didn't do a misplay, but either way I would have won, whether he did it or not. So let's go on to our next duel then. And in this duel, we are up against Buster Blader. Nice. So he's just gonna activate Foolish Burial Goods, get that thing in the graveyard. I don't know what that does. I think it's like a fusion thing from the I don't know how it works. And he has Trap Trick. Now I'm like, what could he do at this point? I try to bait out anything he might have with his Cyber Emergency, which it does bait out successfully. It baits out his Ash Blossom. He's going to be activating Trap Trick, which will get him something. Now we can activate Draitron Nova. He's just going to chain his traps. I don't know how these traps work. All I know is that it cheats him a fusion and a synchro out of his extra deck. Now I don't know what the fusion does. I think it like changes everything to defense. I don't know. So we're gonna be summoning Draitron Alpha, but unfortunately it goes to defense because of his thing. But we have Super Poly, and we can go into Draco Stapelia because he has a fusion, and his synchro is dark, so that works out pretty nicely. We have Pot of Desires, we draw 2. We get Fafnir, which is super great. It just lets us search something. We normally summon the Gren Maju and activate card destruction. The reason why I was fine with the this card in my hand is because it could just recover itself from the graveyard anyways. So we get it back in our hand, and we do deal a really large chunk of damage. So now he's going to draw. He's going to top deck a Buster Whelp of the Destruction Sword. I don't know what that does. I'm just going to chain Draco Stapelia, which will negate its effects. And yes, he then uses its effect. I think it like summons Buster Blader from the graveyard, and pretty much he can't do anything from here. He can't attack over me. That Buster Blader in his hand is dead. During my next turn, I could get the Cyber Emergency and do various stuff, searching a Zeta, and then I could instantly just go into a Meteorinus Draitron thing, the ritual, and that would have instantly killed him. So that was my second duel. Let's go on to our next one then. And in this duel, we are up against Lair of Darkness. I don't know why he's playing Spygal Misty. Don't know why he's playing Red Rain. I mean, okay, I guess. He's just gonna normal summon the Misty and he'll get a free draw. I don't know how that card works anyways. So he's gonna activate Lair of Darkness and do multiple stuff. Now I'm gonna activate Draitron Nova. We get the Zeta out on the field. Then we're gonna just go do the Zeta Nova combo, which just lets us instantly get the what do you call it? Instantly get the ritual. So we're gonna activate Gamma. We summon stuff. I don't know how this stuff works. And yes, he gets full force virus. So thankfully, a lot of stuff. I mean, I think it does stuff like 1500 or less defense or something on those lines. And I think the only reason why both of these survived, they're like question mark stuff. I don't know why these two survived, to be honest. I think it's just because technically they didn't have 1500 or less defense. Don't know how it works, but that full force virus has angered the his full force virus has angered the Gren Maju, so we are going to banish 90% of our extra deck for an Eater. You normal summon Gren Maju and attack for game. He just scoops. So yes, this is a blind second deck, just like Gren Maju itself. I'm just taking advantage of the fact that Draitrons are really good at OTKing, especially with their ritual, which is kind of like an ultimate conductor Tyranno. Not exactly, but we'll go on to our last replay then. And for our last replay, we are up against Crystal Beasts. I don't know how Crystal Beasts work. I don't intend on learning how they work. But unfortunately, we are going to be going first. We just start off with a card hand destruction. The reason why card destruction is really great in this deck is just because Draitrons love being in the graveyard. Of course, we draw the Pot of Extravagance. It's pretty unfortunate, but we're fine with that. We're gonna activate more stuff. We draw one. We activate even more stuff. We search ritual stuff. I don't know. And then we activate the effect of ritual spell, just recurring. And now we've ended on the Trident, and I don't know why I didn't activate the Monster Reborn. Probably because I mean, I did have enough stuff in my graveyard anyways for the Trident, but it doesn't matter too much. He's gonna activate stuff. Don't know how Crystal Beasts work, but all I know is that he searched this card, Crystal Beacon, and it can summon Crystal Beast from the deck, and he is activating Crystal Promise, which will let him summon Crystal Beast and spell Trap Zone. So I decided to take this moment to my advantage and pop his target for Crystal Promise and another card in his spell Trap Zone, so that he cannot activate Crystal Beacon. And he kind of just scoops. Like, to be honest, I'm not sure if he had enough monsters in his graveyard to activate Avarice. I mean, he definitely had two. I'm not sure how many got rid in that card destruction. Even if he did get an Avarice, I'm not sure how it would have worked out for him. I can always just go go into Gren Maju, and also this card feeds into Gren Maju a bit because it does banish from your graveyard. And then, I mean, we were going to top deck Fafnir anyways, which would have let us summon a free monster from our deck. We have Extravagance, boosting our Gren Maju even more. There was very little chance that he would have survived an ODK at that point. So, those were the duels. We'll go straight to the deck profile then. And here is the deck. We have 3 copies of Gren Maju. It's a Gren Maju Draitron deck. What do you expect? 3 copies of Draitron Alpha, Gamma, Delta, and Zeta. I mean, Delta we only run 2 of because it's a bit more situational than the others. But 3 Gamma, 3 Alpha, and 3 Zeta are kind of mandatory. Gamma is the most questionable one, but 3 Alpha and 3 Zeta are mandatory because they do just get you to the ritual instantly. So these are kind of like dragon rulers, to be honest. Kind of like small little machine dragon rulers. But the Draitrons are really great as they do work in the graveyard too, and we have tons of ways to search them and get them in the graveyard. We can kind of pseudo search them with Draitron Nova, and we can search Draitron Nova with Draitron Fafnir. We can get them in the graveyard and potentially draw into them with card destruction. We can search them with Cyber Emergency. We run Desires, Extravagance. We just run so many consistency cards. We almost never brick. 3 Gren Maju and 3 Eater Millions. Both of them kind of just feed into the same engine, just banishing cards and gaining attack and going into full beatdown mode. We run 2 copies of the Ritual. The only reason why we run 2 is because it's very searchable. 3 copies of Pot of Desires and 3 copies of Extravagance. The reason why we run 3 Extravagance, the extra deck isn't used as much as the main deck. You could probably tweak this extra deck a bit. Not the best extra deck in my opinion. I should probably put more super poly targets, but yeah, just play it however you like. 3 copies of Cyber Emergency can literally search every single Draitron in the deck. 1 copy of Card Destruction, just putting stuff in your graveyard on top of drawing cards, which can help you draw into something like a Gren Maju, which is super useful. 1 copy of Terraforming, just to search your Fafnir. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, just in case your Gren Maju dies because of card effect, you can always just reborn it. But unfortunately, the Monster Reborn, I might just take it out because it does conflict with your Draitrons. Yes, I'm just going to be taking that out. 3 copies of Draitron Nova, it kind of pseudo searches them, just helps you get them in the graveyard, and just helps you get a free monster on the field. 2 copies of Meteorness Draitron, it's a lot easier to search than the Draitron Nova, so we just run 2. 3 copies of Super Poly, this is a blind second deck, of course we have to run Super Poly. And finally we run 3 copies of Fafnir, just searching every single Draitron spell and trap. For extra deck, once again, just tweak the extra deck. This is just the raw basis. You could probably put more generic links, more fusion monsters, but this is really just a diagram for now. You can put in Draco Nethersoul. Don't know how. Just put in Draco. I don't know how to. Just put in Nethersoul, and it should probably come up. You definitely kind of need to put Nethersoul. It's mildly important, I'd say. You can put stuff like Violet Chimera, Diplexer, put in more generic links like Appaloosa, Boral Sword. And there are just lots of stuff you can do with this. Boral Sword, Avermax, all of those boys. And yeah, this is really just a framework of the extra deck. It's really just subjected to choice, but this is mine for now. 1 Triff just for 3 darks, 1 Almarduke for 3 links, 1 Nethersoul for the zombie, for 1 Starving Venom for just 2 darks, 1 Dragostapelia just for fusion decks. As you saw, that Buster Blader deck absolutely got destroyed. It does work against decks like Invoke 2. 1 copy of Earth Golem just for any Cybers deck really, such as Salad or even Marine Cess. Nobody really sees Marine Cess, but it does sometimes come up. 1 copy of Mud Dragon, you can probably resolve it 99% of the time, the Mud Dragon. One copy of World Sword for the ODKs, one copy of Zerboros, just banishing cards for your Gren Maju over here. One copy of Nightmare Unicorn, Phoenix, and Cerberus. All of these are really just for removal, and 2 copies of Pentastag. Just if you want to deal piercing damage, this is your boy. So that was the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Do like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.